fell in love with the feeling, didn't fall in love with you. It was a song I was singing, it wasn't meant for you. I'm sorry that I can't stay, and I'm sorry we're like years away.
I bite your lip, and you taste like summertime. I can't forget the days when you were mine. Do you
midnight riders to the spark igniters. I am on my way. Let it be said and let it be known, he who is free is never alone. The path before us, the world behind us, I'll wait for you there. I am on my way. I am on my way. To the lost ark raiders, to the lion tamers, to the stowaway, to the white tide chaser, to the black flag raiser. I'm on my way. Let it be said and let it be known, he who is free is never alone. The path before us, the world behind us, I'll wait for you there. I am on my way. 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 There's a song that sailors know, lost, alone, and far from home. With golden galleons, golden guns to find their place under the sun. There's a song on the Sahara wind that lifts you to your feet again. The dances on the clockwork stars that pulses through a beating heart. My way. was a king-size bed, was an escape plan, was an open hand. Now it's a dog from hell, it's a dream you sell, it's an epitaph, it's a photograph.
There once was a man with a good life. He had a cushy job, a healthy marriage, and even 2 cats. One day, he found an odd program on his computer. It was an advanced tracking software used for observation. Investigating the program led him to Corp, a controversial new tech firm.
We're looking at the 5th consecutive year that tech firm Core has doubled its profits. Despite mixed public opinion, this continued growth is unprecedented.
Why would they be interested in me? He said. None of this makes any sense.
Huh? What? I woke up on the floor in my apartment. There's a note beside me.
Dear, I'm sorry, but It was just a job. I don't regret my years with you. But the job is now over. I wish you all the best. Sincerely. But yes, I'm taking the cats.
Suddenly, information floods directly into my brain. Corp used me as a testbed for advanced prototype parts. I'm now a cyborg. Model 399CY. My previous name is a mystery to me. Something is blocking that memory. In any case, I'm going to be under 24/7 surveillance for the rest of my life.
Ah! This is all too much!
Days pass. I'm depressed, but somehow I blindly go about my usual life. I work, and I watch my favorite VTubers. Suddenly I get an idea. Why don't I waste their time? Why don't I become a VTuber and focus on my hobbies? Let them observe me sitting at my computer all day. Have fun with all that data, Corp. That's right. Time to stick it to the man by doing nothing. This is my story. I hope you join me for the ride. Hello, everybody. So how's that? Did you like it? Get out of here, Emily. Oh man. Oh, I had so much help by so many amazing people on all of this. Yeah, this background was one of the first things that I got. I found the artist and I was like, oh my god, I need to get them to do something. But we'll get into that in a little bit. It is a very specific base. It's not quite my base, but it's very close to what I have. All right. Let's see here. So I'm just going to... I mean, everyone's seen the model so far, so I'll just bring out, like, there's so much to show on it, but I'll just bring out the... We'll do the slides first. But this is the base of the model. Oh my god, I love this so much. I'm so excited to use it. Yeah, I've got full VBridger functionality with this. The modeler, it's the first time that they've done VBridger stuff. Thank you, Big Nose Monkey, for the follow. Awesome. We got some new people in here. Yeah. The first time that I did anything was the Good Jared Boys Talk. I couldn't help it. I needed to get something out there just before stream. All right, let's move this up here so that I'm looking straight. There we go. Oh my god. All right. Let's get some music. All right, how's that for volume? Is that okay? Not overpowering? Sweet. I can lower the volume a little bit more. I kind of want it in the mid-range, and it's kind of towards the top right now. There we go. Oh, I missed Trucker coming in. Welcome, Trucker. All right. Let's do the slides here. This should bring them up. You see a bunch of like futuristic stuff here, but I only use what I know. So we've got good old Windows Movie Maker. This is 399CY Eggy's Get to Know Me slideshow. All right. So first slide. Wait, what? Thanks for stopping by, Honan. I appreciate you. Unregistered hyper. No. I've evolved beyond that at least, but for this at least I've got some old tech. Solo Dev, welcome in. All right, so let's go to the first slide here. All right. Name. I don't know. They took everything that could let me know what it was. All the legal documents are changed. I have no idea. Obviously my brain can't think of it, but my memory was never any good anyway. So yeah. Model 399CY, that's the only thing that I go by. However, I've done the thing that you're not supposed to do and asked for a specific nickname. So I've been going by Egg or Eggy. Or if I go into like other streams that nobody knows me, it's like Vtuber or 399. Or Yuzu, who's the only one who calls me Sai every time I pop in. Age. I can remember dial-up internet. Contrary to popular belief, I am not a youngin'. My voice might not show that, but I'm not young anymore. But you can still follow your dreams no matter what age you are. Old. Yeah, probably. Height 6 foot. Birthday January 3rd. No way, Blitz. Isn't it the absolute worst to have a birthday right up against Christmas? For me growing up, it was actually the worst. Because like everyone else, they have a birthday with like months in between and they can sort of celebrate halfway through the year, and then you get to Christmas. Yeah. See, it's winter, like around the New Year, birthdays are the worst, at least for Americans. It's like, oh, it's your birthday, but we're also having all the family over for Christmas, and we're gonna do a joint party. Yeah, no, it's not fun. Plus, it's like for anyone who wants to buy you presents, like in the family, they're like, oh, well, we have to spend double the amount in a week's time, and that's not fun. For like, now that I'm an adult, I understand that that's like a huge stress for anyone. Birthdays, anniversaries. Yeah, kind of. But not really, because I was super late. I was like super late. So it'd be like March. There's nothing really in March. Alright. So job. I work in software QA. I work from home. It's amazing. It's incredible. It's changed my life for the best. As it says, I have an IT background, so I slaved under desks and all of that, dealing with clients and all of that for years and years, and it was not fun. Like, don't get me wrong, I love building PCs, I love troubleshooting. It's great, but it's not something that I want to do for like the rest of my life. So doing this, working from home, dealing with some code, virtual meetings. I don't have to leave the house. I don't have to drive 2 hours every day. It's amazing, and it lets me do this. So that's so cool. Hey, Doran, welcome in. All right, let's see. Bio, like in the lore video, you see it. Forced to become a cyborg by a corporation that I can't think of. Like, you can probably find them if you went searching, but yeah, I don't know. My brain, even like if I looked at a web page referencing them, it would not compute. I lost everything. So I became a VTuber to waste their time and money. So just sitting here in my apartment all day. Not to get too personal, but it's not autobiographical, but it's been quite the year or two that I've had. So boy howdy is a thing that I say now. Doing all this VTube stuff, figuring everything out from the ground up. It's been a year since I started planning all of this. I started last August, coming up with everything, like the background and all the steps to do, started acquiring the hardware that I wanted and all of that. And then I started commissioning the model in December because it took me months to find somebody who I liked and who was available and all of that. And then these past 8 months, I've just been slowly gathering art and assets and getting everything set up and hanging out in all these awesome communities, meeting all these awesome people. It's been so cool. All right, moving on. All right, this is the big one. This is huge. Sensational. Actually cracked. You can see on the left there is the first model that I saw that they done. I believe I'm the third or fourth model that they've done. And it was fate. I just happened to find them on Twitter. They weren't linked through anything. I just happened to find them. I loved the art, and I saw that model to the left there, and they had added like sunglasses to it, and it looked incredible. And I was like, oh my god, this person doesn't have like hundreds of thousands of followers yet, so I'm gonna hop on this train. And they're also, so I don't know how many of you know, but it's really kind of difficult to find someone who does male models, male VTuber models. There's not a lot of people. There's not a lot of people. And there's some that do it, but with this particular body type, there's not a lot out there. Especially. So, yeah, so I got super lucky to find Sen. And they've just been, like I said, this is, I think, their third or fourth model that they've done. And we have gone back and forth, and we have forged a friendship through the creation process of this. And it's just incredible. Like I said, we implemented VBridger, and I swear half the things that I asked for, they had no idea how to do. So we sort of just learned together. And they were like, does this work? And I'd test it out, and I'd be like, well, one thing works and that doesn't. And then we just kept moving forward from there. And it's just been an incredible process. They've been gracious and patient with me, and I've been gracious and patient with them. And yeah, it's been awesome. I cannot recommend them enough, and I hope that they go on to keep doing amazing things. I'm really excited to see what they do next. All right, here we go. So I'm going to show this again. So the background, Amorphia. I don't know if you all have seen this person on Twitter, but they have a few. I think they've got like 30 or 50,000 followers, but they're insane. They have a background in like interior design, and they do architectural drawings like for a living. And somehow when I was looking, they opened a commission slot, and I asked them for exactly what I wanted, and they were awesome to work with. And then yeah, Enzo did my logo. Enzo is amazing, absolutely incredible, the kindest person you'll ever talk to, you'll ever speak to. One day I was like in the process of looking for a logo, and I was like I know this person like does all of this stuff for themselves, and they have a background in this in their schooling, and I was like, let's just try, because I know how good they are, like from their existing art, and it was just so clean and had a distinct look. So I was like, oi, can you make me a logo? And like, what was it, like 2 hours later, you had the logo that was basically finished. And then we went back and forth a little bit, but like within a day or two, we had the finished logo, and it's actually incredible. Let me see here. I should probably have planned for this beforehand, but I can bring it up. Oh, there we go. Image. And this will sort of be a sneak peek. But if we ever get to the point where we get sub badges and stuff, look at that. Look at that. Look how cool that is. I don't know. I freaking love it. Was I actually your first client? I didn't realize that. That's so cool. Yeah, the middle one blends really nicely. But I like the dark. I like the dark background so much. I use that on my my business card, which I probably need to make a new one now. All right. So next we have the ending and offline art. So this person, I think you say it Ofeli, but they're Russian, so I don't. I have no idea. But I found their art and it was so, like, you can kind of see it in their profile picture, but their art is so comfy and cute and fluffy, and I just loved it to death. I just randomly found them on Twitter and I was like, it was in the midst of the problems earlier this year that everyone in that region is having, and they were like, oi, I'm doing like a fundathon to try and get some art out and get some funds in. And I was like, please make me an image that I can use. And we went back and forth. They're super nice, super awesome. And I'm gonna show you that right now. And we'll come back to this in a sec. It's so good. It's so good. I love it so much. All right. And then, oh, so anything that I don't have a credit for, I don't think I've forgotten anybody, but I mean, I'm really sorry if I have forgotten anyone, but anything you haven't seen, like as we go through these credits, I've done myself. So, and all of like the animations and the stream, like logos and all the stuff surrounding it, I've done most of that myself. Because it'd be super expensive to get everything done by other people. All right, so pixel art. So I can do. All right, let's go to Stream Elements. So I've got a couple pixel arts that I can show from the awesome Emily Chem. She was incredible. This was during her donathon that she did earlier this year to get a computer. So I was like, ooh, perfect opportunity. Support somebody awesome and get something that I really need. So let's see my overlays, and I'll just play the alerts. Here we go. So I've got a couple variations of this, but for now, since we're just like level 0 Twitch channel, we can only do 2. So there's the follower event. So that's just myself, no movement, just the pixel. I really like it. I think it's cute. And then we've got this other one, which is the full one with movement, which this is not a donation. It's just the alert. It's just a test alert. I'm just showing you what it is. It's so cool. I was like, hey, can you make my head bob? And she was like, sure. And that's where That's where this comes from. If you have BT TV, you can use that on my channel only for now. Hopefully at some point we can bring that over as an actual emote. All right. Going super long here. Okay, so the amazing, oh my god, the latest thing that I've had done was the starting soon art. I got a chibi, she calls them boba commissions, Cheru, but they're on Cheru's coffee page, whatever, and they're incredible. And I asked her to do something really dumb, and I was like, hey, can you give me the layers? Because Cheru gave me so much more than I thought I was gonna get. I thought I was just gonna get one variation, and I got like 8 variations in different colors and my original colors, which was dumb. Like, I did not expect that. So I took that and I turned it into what you guys all saw with the starting soon art. Those are all individual art pieces that I blended together into a video, and it's just it's so beautiful. I love Cheru's art. It's so full of life and so fluffy and comfy. I just love it so much. All right, next. All right, so lore video credits. We get into a bit of a story time here, but Rain did the art for this. Rain, I'm pretty sure most of you know of their work, but the most prominent one that I knew of was Yuzu's lore video. They did the art for Yuzu's lore video, and I just thought that was so incredible. And I was like, I gotta see if they're available. And back in, I think, February of this year, I hit them up and I was like, oi, it says you have open commissions. Can I please? And they were super happy to work with me. However, life happens, and we got the art done in plenty of time, but we worked together on the style. I was like, well, most of your art is like that sketchy sort of, it's like, most of it's like fantasy, sort of little colored pencil sort of stuff. And I was like, what if we just take your normal art and we invert it? So it's like on a black background, and we'll have the first half of the video before I get knocked out all black and white. And then once I wake up as myself, my new self, we'll have a little bit of color introduced so that it's no longer black and white. And they were super happy, and like, as you could see, they did an amazing job on all of that art. Just so incredible. Like, it's exactly what I wanted, and all the pieces were there, and it was so cool. Now we reach the hitch. Editing is Fia. Now, I didn't know who Fia was 2 days ago. I didn't know who they were. That's because we had an editor originally. We hired them back in July, and they had a lot of time to get this done, and they had it almost done, but they had, I shouldn't be laughing. They actually had like a ton of really, really horrific things happen, just really bad circumstances, and they just weren't able to finish it. But we weren't, me and Rain weren't told about this until last week. So we needed to find somebody, and Rain, like the boss they are, pulled in a friend, and Fia is incredible, amazing. They did all of the editing for this from scratch, from PNGs and a bunch of sound files and everything that I provided. And they did all of that in literally the past 24 hours. Like 24 hours. and it looks incredible, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy about it. I'm so happy that I got to show something on my actual debut, because I was just gonna be like, screw it, we'll just do it without the lore video, we'll show it later, but it just happened, so I'm super happy that we got there. And then just to show off the voice cast, I was very ambitious when I wrote this earlier this year, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna try and get some extras, some people that I love to get in this, and in the end, I was super happy to get Beru in as the female voice for the note. She's incredible. Please go check her out. She streams, she does art. Very, very, very awesome person. And then for the newscaster, I actually got false ID. I asked him one day, because I always hang out in their chat when he's doing the news, and I asked him one day after stream, and he was like, huh, yeah, sure, I'll think about it, and I'll get back to you. Just give me the lines and I'll think about it. And then that was like, I think March, and every month after that I was like, hey, no pressure, but it'd be nice if you could do this. I know you're super busy. And he was like, oh yeah, I remember this. Yeah, no problem. It's gonna be great. And then we found out that they're like debuting a whole bunch of crap, and they hired 2 new people for their team, and they like rebranded the whole channel and all of this, and through all of this was happening, I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely not gonna get this done from him at all. Which is super understandable, because he's super busy. He streams literally every day for like 6+ hours. And then a couple weeks ago, right when we were starting to edit the lore video, and I was just gonna replace it with like a robot voice or something, he messaged me and he was like, here's the lines. And I was like, oh my god, it actually happened. And it's perfect. It was exactly what I wanted, and he is such a boss for doing this for me. A no-name VTuber who just sort of like chills around is so cool. All right. So here we go. We'll go through these real quick. But influences, like, I think probably 90% of the English-speaking VTubers that have debuted or have started to debut or anything, like I'd say in the past 2 years, Iron Mouse is probably my #1 inspiration. Just her whole story and what she's done and how she's accomplished what she's accomplished is just incredible. And she shows that basically anyone can do this. You can start from square zero and just like have fun with it, meet some awesome people, and if you're okay with that, then that's awesome. And that's all I really wanted from this. I just wanted to be a part of some communities and leave my past identities online behind and start fresh and just meet some awesome, lovely folks. And I have, even before debut, I've been around for almost a year with these accounts, and just everyone has been super awesome, leading right into Lord Aethelston. Like I found out about Lord Aethelston on Mouse's talk show, Speak of the Devil. I was watching Mouse pretty regularly at the time, and I saw like Lord Aethelston. I wasn't really watching the talk shows because I was like, like, these are all like smaller VTubers, like why should I care? And then so I didn't get to watch it live. You know, I still had that sort of mentality, whereas like I'm only interested in like the 1 or 2 big VTubers that I was watching. So I didn't want to like commit myself to like so many others. So I was like, I'll just check the VOD and see if it's interesting. And then like a week later, I started watching the VOD, and I was just completely blown away by his comedic timing, his music, just everything. Like the way he talked, the way the goofy smile on the model, his original model, is just, it was just perfect, and I loved it so much. And I started becoming a regular in his stream right around that time. And then moving on, yeah, I know this smile. I really like the new model. I think it's good for the direction that he's going. But yeah, we're all gonna miss the old smile. It's rip old goofy smile. And then like some sort of like other VTubers that I've liked for a long time. So Nan, I used to watch her videos way back before she was a VTuber, but it was that time in YouTube where it's like you don't subscribe to somebody. So I just like, I've seen a bunch of her old videos, and I didn't connect to that they were all from the same person until like I started really getting into VTubers, and Yan did her thing, and I was like, oh, I remember. And then she's always awesome to watch. Then Yuzu's probably the second quote unquote like indie VTuber that I was a super fan of after Lord Aethelston. I think I saw Aethel do a collab with Yuzu, and I was like, oh my god, she's amazing and so funny. And I guess now she's sort of gone Super Saiyan into her the way that Yuzu is. But yeah, just everything about her streams is super funny, and her community is awesome. I love the some of the mods there and some of the regulars there are just awesome people. Really good community there. And then okay, so CDawg VA abroad in Japan. So I'm rambling, but I first found out about VTubers because I watched Abroad in Japan, because I really like Japan. I'll get into that in a little bit, but Abroad in Japan was my first sort of like, ooh, I like Japan. He makes videos in Japan, and that's awesome, and he gets to show me some stuff that I want to learn, I want to see. And he makes super awesome videos to this day. The Journey Across Japan series is some of the best content on YouTube. It's just, you can't really beat it. And then from that, I found out about Trash Taste. Obviously, like I knew Gart, CDawg VA, Connor, and the Anime Man. So I knew all of them, like, but I didn't follow them regularly. And then Trash Taste started up, and they it was just incredible. It's amazing content. The least anime podcast of all time. But one day they had this weird 3D 2D looking anime girl on their podcast named Mori Calliope, and they did it live, and I was like, oh, this is kind of neat. What is all of this? And I was sort of in CDawg's corner, where he was like, why? What is this? This doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make what is the appeal to this? And then just I went from Cali at the podcast, and then I just started watching all of them, like CDawg, and then I started watching CDawg's streams because he was really entertaining. And then I saw Mouse from CDawg streams, and then all the rest of this happened from there. All right, what we got? So Emily Chim, I've already shouted her out. She did my pixel art, but she's just an amazing content creator right now. Her art is incredible. Her regular art, non-pixel art, is incredible. I do have a commission for her that I'll be using shortly in some graphics. Not today, but at some point. And she's just awesome. She does 4D and VTube and 2D and 3D. She does like all kinds of streaming. But she's really great. Chill streams to hang out in. Zentrea, Filian, False ID, they were all some of the first ones that I followed. Just like as I branched out and found other VTubers that I really liked. Really cool. And then like Filian was the first full body tracking VTuber that I saw. Like her dancing was just incredible, and her flips and all that crap. I was just blown away. So I've been a member of her community for a long time. And then the art gun is so inspiring. Her models that she does are really great, and then her working with Serp, the Chimkin VTuber, to make V-Bridger, just in my opinion, it changed the game for 2D VTubers with the accurate mouth tracking, and there's so many features that are coming down the pipeline along with that. I'm very active in the VBridger Discord. I try to do a little bit of tech support in there, helping them out because there's only 2 of them, and Serp is basically flying solo with a lot of it. So it's super nice. They're both amazing people and really inspirational. Demon Dice Karen, I found her music I think a little bit earlier this year, but I got to see her live at Anime Expo, and her stage presence and all of her music is just incredible. There might be another reason why she's here, but I don't know. I guess my brain's not working. Tim Rogers. I don't know if you all have ever seen him, but he's one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. He actually, he makes these giant, nowadays he makes these giant documentaries of just random video games. Not so random, he picks them out very pointedly, but he did a video where I found him, where he did Tokimeki Memorial. It was like a dating sim from way back on like the PlayStation 1 in Japan, and it's never been localized. And he did a 6.5 hour video of gameplay explaining, just like going through the history of the game. It was incredible. He just explained the entire thing. He's fluent in Japanese. He lived in Japan for like 10 years, working in like game development and all of that. And he's just a wealth of knowledge. He's so funny. And if you ever need that documentary itch, if you ever need to scratch that, and it's like games and stuff, highly recommend. Day9 TV, I followed him for way too long. But I recently came into his streaming presence when he was doing the Elden Ring streams earlier this year, and it just reminded me of how much of a wholesome person he is. He's just one of the best content creators, one of the comfiest, just awesome people that you'll probably meet on the platform. He's been in this game for, I think, like 10-15 years now. He started off as a StarCraft player and then moved into commentary. Now he does like Magic and other games, and he's in all kinds of other content creation. Just awesome dude. ProZD, he makes me laugh. That's pretty much it. He has some really funny videos. Very inspiring. It's cool what you can do with just a little bit of scuffed cosplay and some really great ideas. And then Gaming Merchant. So earlier this year and last year, I was super into Apex, and the Gaming Merchant is probably the most wholesome, fun Apex creator out there. He streams on Twitch. He does a lot of he streams on YouTube, and he does all kinds of like info videos and all of that. But he's so fun and calming to listen to. He's always positive, which is super rare in that community. It's not like League community, but it can get very toxic. So having somebody like that in the community is really nice. All right, food. Katsudon, best meal ever. It's like fried pork over rice with like egg and onions, and it's just delicious. I had it for the first time in Japan like 7 years ago, and it's been my favorite food ever since. Let's see, baggy clothes. Obviously, like, I wanted this for my model because this is sort of how I am in real life. I just can't get enough of baggy clothes. It hides the things that I don't want to be seen, and it's very comfortable. Cats, I love cats. I'm not necessarily a cat only person. I like dogs, but I would never own a dog. Dogs are great. Other people's dogs are great. Just like kids. Other people's kids, usually great. Yeah. Computers, obviously, worked in IT, computer stuff. I really love it. Video games, really love it. Don't play as much as I used to, but that's what happens when you get older. That's kind of why I'm doing this. So I have an excuse to force myself to play some games sometimes instead of just lounging around watching Twitch all day. Music. I love music so much. I can't say like what favorite genre that I have, because it's always changing, but I go all over the place. Like I like bluegrass, I like metal, I like huge themes from like huge like soundtracks, all of that stuff. I recently got back into a band from my childhood called Flatfoot 56, which is a Celtic punk rock band. And they're still going strong like 15-20 years later. I just recently rediscovered them, and it's incredible, the like range of music that's out there and can be enjoyed. I don't think there's a type of music that I will listen to and I'm like, ew. I don't like that. Even country, like, that's probably the lowest on my list, is just like the popular sort of radio country stuff. But even some of that is pretty good. You know, it's not something to hate or hate people for liking. VTubers, obviously, I'm here. Anime, I love anime. I'm not the hugest, like, I don't have the longest list or the longest watch time or anything, but I've definitely at some point I'll share my anime list and we'll go through that at some point. Yeah, like, a lot of countries really hard to get through. Hey Soup, thanks for the follow. Oh, no. So polka's not bad. You just can't listen to it all the time. You just like there's a time and a place for polka, and it's good in that time and place. Thanks, Soup. Welcome in. Well, I guess we'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, Japanese culture. I'm huge into Japanese culture. I'm the worst though, because I only half learned the language, and I've lost a lot of it over the past couple years. So that's another thing that I'm hoping that all of this can help me with. But we'll see. We'll see what I can get up to. All right, yeah, real quick, dislikes. Customers. Nobody likes them. Like, if you're a customer, if you're nice and reasonable and understanding, then sure, that's cool. But a lot of customers, they don't really think about the people on the other side of the counter. Everything's a crisis, right? So yeah, customers, not fun to deal with. They're not always right. In fact, they're mostly wrong. I was gonna say, like, you could probably. It's not gonna be as enjoyable. Yeah, time and place, you know? Hey, the good Jared, welcome in. Oh my god. You're so awesome. I love your streams so much. Oh. Thank you for the follow. I really, really appreciate it. All right. So printers, if anyone has ever done IT or even done their own stuff, especially if you've worked in IT, you know, printers are the devil. They're the worst thing to work with, and they suck. And they will always break on you at the worst times. And you will set one up and it's working for a client, and then you leave and you get back to the office, and then they'll be like, it's not working. It's just not working. And then you go back, and then you hit the power button, and then you test it and it'll work. And then you'll go back to the office, and then they'll be like, it's still not working. Yeah, I hate printers. It's just, no. Yeah, they're the most unreliable. It's very, very true. It's like everything is programmed in printers. Everything's programmed with like the least amount of effort, and they're just like, it kind of works. Let's ship them out. People will pay hundreds of dollars for these things, and thousands of dollars for ink. Yeah, that's a racket too. Moving on. MOBAs. I've never really gotten. I know it's programmed to break. It's so bad. It's like planned obsolescence is like, it'll be the death of all of us. It's so bad. I hate it. I could go on for hours about IT crap and all of this technology stuff. Yeah, delicious expensive printer blood. Way overpriced. And now they're chipping the ink cartridges so you can't replace them, and oh my god. MOBAs. I've never really gotten into MOBAs. I've just heard bad things. Just heard a lot of bad things. So I've avoided them. I don't know if they should be on my dislikes, but I'll never try a MOBA. Just never. I've just made that personal decision. It's fun to watch sometimes. Like the new Pokemon one is fun to watch. League is fun to watch from some creators that I like. But yeah. Now, Ryth, why did you have to say that? Now that's gonna be in my mind. Now that's gonna be. I guess I'll just make the best of the time that I have. Horror movies. Let's just move on. I don't dislike all horror movies. I don't really like horror movies. Like I've watched a few. I just don't handle it very well. Like my resting heart rate is high as it is. And I can't like handle them. I do like some, like I think I'll get into them a little bit later. I don't think they're on the list, but like there's some that are like pointing fun, like picking fun at horror movies that are still kind of horror movies in their own, like Tucker and Dale versus Evil, Cabin in the Woods, you know, that sort of stuff. That's my jam. I really like those. Yeah, they just give me anxiety. I just can't. I can't deal with it. It's like, why would you want to sit down for 2 hours and put yourself through that? It's just not for me. Upstairs Neighbors. You'll probably hear them at some point. They've actually been pretty good for the past month. And then last week, I don't know if they had like a kid over or something, but every 2 hours, there was a literal earthquake above me while they walked from their bedroom to the bathroom. And I have these weird, like, so I'm in a basement apartment, which is really nice. It stays cool in the summer. It's really nice. Really solid foundation, really cool. But for whatever reason, there's these little like circle caps in the ceiling that are like these little thin metal caps. And whenever somebody like stomps above me, every single one of them, there's like 8 of them in the apartment. They all go, they like rattle. And that makes it 10 times worse. It's like it's a megaphone of rattles. So yeah, I'm hoping that it won't be too bad. But we'll see. Maybe we can meme on them or something if it gets too bad. But upstairs neighbors are the worst. I try to be the upstairs neighbor. I try to be very conscious of that if I am. But for now, I'm not, because I can't afford it, because this building is expensive. XQC. He's apparently a VTuber. Thank you, Emily. I can't wait to show it off here in a little bit. Yeah, XQC. I can't. I'm gonna make this like a hard stance. I can't stand him. I've seen him in some collabs, and he's really awesome in collabs usually, but like his own content, it's too toxic for me. It's just no. See, yeah. It's definitely. I love Canadians. It's not that one. He sends hate to some people that don't really deserve it. He's got a really young fan base that they're very impressionable, and all he does is like gamble all day and acts like a super young person that's really toxic. So yeah, it's just one of those like Twitch personalities that you try to avoid. But he's done some things very, very particular this year that I've just like, that's solidified my opinion. Anyway, moving on before I get canceled. I don't want juicers coming after me, by the way. I would rather that not happen. Yeah. Oh my, yeah, Emmy. Yeah, that was one of those. The excuse. Yeah, I don't. It's one of those things. It's like gambling, like sponsors. Like, take care, Emily. Have fun at your job. Yeah, it's like gambling sponsors. It's like one of those things where it's like, even if I'm one of those people where it's like, even if I was presented like years down the road with an opportunity to do a gambling sponsorship, it's just against my morals to do so. I don't think it's healthy, and I don't think it's a good thing. It's just like supporting certain people. I don't think it's healthy, and I don't think it's a good thing. So moving on. Holy crap, I forgot I put all of this in here. I made these slides like a long time ago, so I apologize. So I'm just gonna go through this, like just pick out a couple of these. You can freeze frame. This is pretty much everything that I've rated 10 out of 10 on my anime list, just because I think everything here is a must watch for any anime fan. Like 100% you have to watch. And it's all kinds of things are like, all kinds of genres are present here. But for me, I've spent the time and I've gone through, I've read all of One Piece, I've watched all of One Piece, and it's incredible. It's the best universe story of all time. Like beyond what Marvel's done with the MCU, beyond anything else. It's just incredible. Like the plot threads, the character relationships, the theming. It's super wholesome, but it also gets super violent. I just can't recommend it enough. The anime is slow at some points, and there's a lot of filler at some points. They do the old thing where they like stretch out fights back in the 2000s and 90s. But they've been getting a little bit better. And the most recent anime stuff, the animation is incredible. They pulled out all the stops for the Wano stuff. But yeah, right now I'm like it should have been Luffy. No! It should have been me! Not him! Yeah, that's I don't know if I agree with that, but that's a big spoiler blitz. Thanks for that. I'm trying to get people to watch it, man. So let's see. Let's go through this. Yeah, Ace made the choice. It was his choice. School Rumble. Probably one of the oldest anime that I watched. It's very, very funny. Very funny. Doesn't end. It doesn't have a really satisfying conclusion. But it's some of the best, like, just slapstick comedy character. Like at one point, bad boy finds a zoo's worth of animals that follow him around, and he starts telling fortunes from what the animals tell him, and it's the best thing ever. I love it so much. Polar Bear Cafe. One of the things you can use to learn Japanese. It's pretty simple, pretty cute, really, really funny. Banger openings and endings, just like so many good things. And it's like on the shorter side for the episodes. They're like mini, like half and half episodes. But there's like 40 something episodes. It's so good. Mushishi is by far, it's like in my top 3. It's so comfy. Ginkgo is a doctor type that goes around solving people's problems in like old time Japan. And he just walks down the road and ends up finding people that are attacked or affected by these mushi, which are like spirits in Japan. They're just like benevolent, don't really care about anything. So they just do their own thing, sort of spirits, and they end up affecting humans more often than not. And he comes around and he helps people deal with them. It's like a mystery show with like some doctor stuff. Yeah, I'm right. All of these are good shows, okay? All of these are good shows. Odd Taxi, it's probably the newest one. It looks like a furry show. Give it a chance. Dorohedoro, best action anime I've seen ever. The manga is incredible and beautiful, and you should watch it. Night is Short, Walk on Girl, and Tatami Galaxy. Some of the best like oddball storytelling and visuals you'll ever see. But the characters are so endearing, and just the situations and everything is just incredible. I just love them so much. And I think the one thing that people might not know on up here is probably Pale Cocoon. Thanks, Kirsten. I appreciate it. Yeah, well, I want to do a full stream, like probably a really long stream, at some point in the future, going over my anime list, where we can all share our recommendations and reminisce over the best shows that we've watched. That's something that I'm really excited to do. Yeah, Pale Cocoon. It's an OVA, and I learned about it from a from a YouTube video back when AMVs were huge. It was featured as like the anime in an AMV, and it was one of the most beautiful AMVs that I'd ever seen. So actually last year I finally was able to get it on Blu-ray. It was packaged along with the anime for Eve. That was like, I think it was a Kickstarter. But I finally own it, and it's one of my favorite pieces of media ever. If you guys can find it, I think it's like impossible to find streaming legally, but there are other ways. Yeah. I know, Ryan. You're all good. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else on here that most people might not know. Maybe the Rakugo one. It's like halfway down the left list. The Rakugo one. It's like a slice of life, but it's like heavy drama, and I don't usually like those shows. But this one was just so like the writing and the characters and the emotions of them, showing them like learning how and reciting these shows and these scripts it was so fascinating to watch. But what about Avatar? It's not an anime, but it's also incredible. I freaking love Avatar: The Last Airbender, and if you're talking about Avatar the movie, then I'm gonna ban you right now. Choose your next words very carefully. Okay, yeah, the cartoon. Okay, crisis averted. Yeah, it's so good. Like I own the box sets of that entire show, and it's probably the pinnacle of Western animation, in my opinion. Like the cartoon era. It's so good. King of the Hill. Hey, we had the good Jared in here earlier. But yeah, yeah, definitely. I really enjoy that, but I wanted to keep this to anime. Highly recommend that show if you can find it online. All right, moving on. Music. Like I said earlier, I like everything. Doing a little lurking. Yeah, right now, and probably for the past year or two, my favorite band by far has been The Midnight. As you can sort of tell with like the music that I've used in my promos and on stream and all of that. They've said on Twitch before that they aren't like they don't copy strike people for using their music in streaming content and that sort of stuff. And I just super appreciate that. Like their music is so cool, and they're progressive and they're supportive and they're amazing. I just love all of this, all of their music, like from their non, like just their instrumental stuff to their like fully voiced and the duets and stuff. Oh, I just love it. The Weeknd. I agree. The Weeknd. Well, I mean, I feel like he's kind of like already at the peak. Like I can't see him getting any bigger than he is right now. Like his album that dropped in January is so good. Like it's like perfect as far as like a piece of musical content, just like from start to finish. I just fell in love with it. I think I listened to that at least twice a day for the entire month of January. And then I got sort of sick of it. So now I only listen to it a little bit. But it's so good. I really, really liked it. The Civil Wars. I don't know if any of you have heard of them, but it's a duo that does yeah. It's so good driving music. The Midnight. I mean, The Weeknd. It's so good driving music. Whoa! We got a raid. Welcome in. Lauricia, welcome into you. And your peeps. Welcome. I appreciate the raid. This is my my debut stream. What is up? Welcome. My goodness. As you can see, I didn't expect a raid, so it's still the default raid notification. But that's okay. That's okay. We're oh man, this is awesome. I really appreciate y'all so much. We're just going through, we're almost done with the slides, and then you're right in time for the model showcase, the best part. Thank you so much. We've spent so much time and effort into putting into this model. I can't wait to show it off. Yeah, all in the first hour or so. Hour and a half. We've been going for an hour and a half. Oh my god. So anyway, the Civil Wars. They sort of do like bluegrass, old-timey guitar and piano driven, soulful sort of music that's like, I don't know if I've heard its equal. I say they did because they broke my heart and they broke up like what, I think it's like 5 years ago now, due to like different personal differences and all of that crap. But they the music library that they have left behind is some of the most incredible music you'll ever hear. Really highly recommend checking it out, especially like their live stuff. They did a live show at a restaurant, and if you can find that online, that album, just the like interactions between them and the music. Yeah, they pulled it out. Yeah, the interactions between them and like the way they handle the crowd and the way they talk and like the little quirks, the way they like mess up on one song but it still sounds incredible is it's like next level. Yeah, they're amazing. So we've got Anberlin. So the rest of these, except for Emancipator at the end. So I'm gonna drop the bomb and say I grew up in a fairly strict Christian household. I was also homeschooled. Boom, there you go. It's been a very, very long time since that time. I've done a lot of growing as a person, and I try not to let that define me. However, the music still sticks with me. These are some of my favorite quote-unquote Christian bands. Most of them aren't really, like, you can't really tell, but if you like listen, you can kind of tell. So like, I always want to put that disclaimer. Hey, that Maestro guy, welcome in. Striper, I've heard of them, but I was never like, they're like the hair rock sort of era, right? Like the hair metal. I can enjoy a couple songs, but it's not like Definitely not my thing. I don't dislike it. It's just not something that I can listen to all the time. I think I'm right about Striper, about the genre there. But yeah, Amberlin, just like incredible band from start to finish. They've been around for so long. They look, I didn't say there's no place for it. I didn't say it was not enjoyable. It's just not something that I listen to all the time. Just like polka. I can't listen to polka all the time, but if I hear a polka song, I'm not gonna be like, "Ugh, ugh," you know? I'm just not gonna, it's okay. Yeah, no problem. Lurking is highly encouraged. It's no problem. I saw a few creators recently who were like, if you have lurkers, you need to call them out, and you need to not have lurkers because that means you don't have a lot of interaction. They're not valid members of the community. It's like, shut up. Everyone is valid. Some people aren't comfortable. Some people have things to do, lives to live, you know? It's like, no problem. Yeah, right? It's like, why would you do that? Somebody's like watching you already. They're obviously a fan. Why would you make them feel uncomfortable? It's just silly. Let's see. So yeah, Amberlin. I never got to see them in concert, unfortunately. They broke up a few years ago, and then what is it? 2020, when COVID hit, they started doing online live streams, like live concerts, and they were incredible. And it just brought back all of my love for Amberlin. They did all of their albums, one per stream, and it's incredible content. It's so cool. Awesome guys. And they came out with a new EP last month, the month before last, something like that. And they just came back with a bang. I just love all their stuff. Rock, I guess they're mostly rock, a little bit of pop, a little bit of metal. Oh yeah. Okay, Flyleaf. I love Flyleaf. I haven't thought of Flyleaf in so long. Oh my god. Lacey is the best. She is so cool. She's like one of the best lead singers ever. And yeah, Skillet, obviously, one of the OGs. I listened to them back in their Alien Youth days, which is very, very different from what they do now. But I enjoyed it all the same. Like I love all their music from start to finish. They used to do, like, even their worship albums were pretty enjoyable to listen to. Yeah, Skillet. Christian rock. They have multiple worship albums, if you can believe that, if you go back far enough. But yeah, they're good. Their new stuff, I don't really vibe with it as much. Like Collide era is my favorite era for Skillet, and their new stuff is a little bit like overproduced for my taste, because I grew up with them. It's hard to get the change and sort of continue to vibe, but it's not bad. It's good. Yeah, some of their stuff, again, like I said, they've toned down the references quite a bit, but they still, like, one song per album has a pretty strong, like, Christian theming. If you like really pay attention, you can tell. But yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people, and I think that's on purpose, because they want to, like, just, like, obviously they're not really doing a good job, but they're trying to, like, get the word out for their religion by appealing to a lot of people and not really being blatant about it, and they're hoping that people, like, look into it. but if people don't notice, then I guess they're not really doing that good of a job. Demon Hunter. I used to, so they had an album back in the day called The Triptych, and they're like metal, screamo, melodic metal, really awesome singing voice, really awesome screams. But I used to fall asleep listening to The Triptych. I did that for like years. Just amazing music from them. Very technically awesome music. Their new stuff is solid. It's really solid. I've like kept up with them. I don't listen as much as I used to, but all their stuff has just been solid. And the lead singer has a graphic design company as well. He's super talented. Oh, I wonder if I can commission him. I should look into that. That'd be incredible. Emery, yeah, the party song. Oh my god. Emery has just like from Walls, from like their debut album is one of the best debut albums you'll ever listen to in the like screamo genre. Like you can't go wrong with it. Like their harmonies and everything, like the musicality that they have is so cool. And they're from the Midwest. No. I think they're from like Carolinas, something like that. But they sound English. They sound British in their first, like the way that they sing. And they said in interviews that they purposely sang that way so that they wouldn't come across as like bumpkins. And it really worked. Oh, Cutthroat Collapse. Oh my god. In Shallow Seas We Sail is such a good album from start to finish. Like I could just listen to that all day long. It's so good. Yeah, the two so they lost one of their lead singers for like an album or two, and then he came back, but the quality didn't really dip, if I'm honest. I still like all the stuff that they've done, but when they both go full bore and they're both singing and they harmonize while singing different verses and all of it's just it's so crazy. And it's just a wild ride. I just can't get enough of it. I've seen them in concert a number of times, and their live concerts are so good. They're so good. May, they're like experimental pop ballads, like that classic. I don't know. They were something unique for like the Christian music scene from when I was growing up. It was like really unique sound. It was really calming. Their album The Everglow is like a story from start to finish and has some of the coolest music I've ever listened to. It starts off with the old like tape deck, like when you hear this sound, you can turn the page. And then it ends and it's like, thank you for enjoying the Everglow. And it's such a cool experience. I can't recommend listening to it enough. But on like moving forward from that, their latest album that came out in I think it was like 2020. Let's see, I forget the name of it. Oh yeah, they just called it May, Multisensory Aesthetic Experience. It's like techno, electronic, and it still has the same vocals, and it's incredible. Like they evolved as a band, and they like brought themselves to a higher plane, and I couldn't get enough of it. I saw them in concert as well after they released that album, and it was 2018. Oh my god, it's so long ago. But I saw them in concert, and it was like his voice and their band is exactly the same. I love it when a band when you listen to them live and they sound exactly the same as the recordings, that's something special. That's so nice. Let's see. So Emancipator sort of got me, not a Christian not a Christian band. I don't know why I put it at the end. He's a one-man show, and he knows like every single instrument ever. Like he plays everything, like legit too, not just like electronic instruments. Like he does like violin and guitar and bass and drums and piano and all of this stuff. And he created like really chill. Let me see what he's technically. What is he technically? It's just like an electronic band. Thanks, Wikipedia. That's really helpful. Electronica? Trip hop. Trip hop. It's sort of like lo-fi, like what you're listening to here, but it's got a lot of Asian influence in the instruments that he chooses and the chords that he uses. And it's a little bit more, it's not quite as chill as this. It's got a little bit more of a bite to it. And there's some lyrics. He brings in a lot of guest singers that are really nice to listen to. And I'll say, getting back to the Christian stuff, for like something that I forgot to put on here, but for like the rap genre, NF, insane, just insane talent. Like stupid talent from start to finish. Like one of the best rappers you'll ever see. And he's a white guy. So he's like, for me growing up, he was like the next coming of Eminem, because he didn't swear, so I could listen to him in the house. Yeah. Clouds is incredible. He's just his lyrics, his style, the producer that he works with is insane. Like his stuff sort of sounds samey after a while. Like after you like listen to a bunch of stuff that this producer has worked on, like he falls back on the same like tropes, but it's still like it still affects me. It's so good. Mansion, for a debut, like Capitol Records debut album, Mansion is another debut album. Like obviously he'd been doing this for a long time, but it blew me away. Just everything that he threw into Mansion as an album, it's just incredible. It's, oh my god. I can't believe I forgot to put him on here in the first place. All right, I think this is the last one. Movies. I'm so glad people know the bands that I'm talking about. That's so cool. So let's see. So movies. Wes Anderson. I've started becoming a huge fan of Wes Anderson. I think I saw Moonlight Kingdom like five years ago, something like that. And I've just like devoured all of his stuff ever since. Yeah, Therapy Session. Oh my god. Yeah, NF's Therapy Session. I have to skip that song sometimes when I'm listening through the albums. Oh, actually, that's one thing that's sort of important to me, that not a lot of people do, it seems, for music, is I am an album listener. I listen to albums from start to finish. I hardly ever just like pick a song and listen to it. I pick an album and I listen to it. Like when I'm working out or like looking for something to listen to or whatever, I pick an album, start at track 1, and I listen all the way through. No shuffle, nothing like that. And it's so cool to see like the artist's like vision all the way through. It's so neat to see that. I think it's really special, instead of just like looking at singles and stuff from the radio, which is like totally valid. There's tons of bands and stuff that I like single songs from, but it's something special when you can listen to an album and you enjoy it from start to finish. It's an experience. Oh, welcome in, Honan. Welcome back. All right, so movies. Wes Anderson. If you're an adult, see The French Dispatch. It's pretty crazy. It's an incredibly artful film, and it's something that you won't get anywhere other than Wes Anderson. It's almost like a comic book, the way that it's like framed and stuff. But the characters and the stories that he tells, and the like little bits of comedy, and the insane cast that he always gets for his Wes Anderson movies. Highly recommend. It's so good. Like, there's a reason why all of his stuff is in the Criterion Collection. Like, it's just so unique, and in my opinion, it's very good. Yeah, Moonlight Kingdom. It's just like, it's incredible. Little awkward, but it's incredible. It's like everyone just puts on a masterclass of a performance, along with like most of his movies. You get the same thing. Like, these people embody the characters, even though they're like crazy, recognizable actors. Like, they all do their best, and it's insane. It's like a passion project from every single member of the crew, casting crew. Galaxy Quest. How many of you have seen Galaxy Quest? I'm curious. This is where I'm calling out the lurkers. I'm just kidding. If you're lurking, you don't have to. You don't have to. And cutting it there. Nobody's seen Galaxy Quest. No, Blitz, you don't count. Too slow. Nobody's seen Galaxy Quest. So I'm gonna read the script from start to finish right now. Let's see. We got a couple hours, right? Never give up. Never surrender. Oh, I hate Tim Allen. He's one of my least favorite actors. I can't stand him usually, but he is perfect in this role. ASMR Galaxy Quest. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Oh, I forgot to put that on my dislikes. ASMR. I can't with ASMR. It doesn't give me the nice tingles. It gives me the creepy crawly heebie-jeebies. I want to tear off my skin and stop listening. I have some deep-seated issues in my brain with whispers in particular, and listening to other people talk while they're whispering from another room, and the S sound in particular is not great. So just in general, ASMR, I can't stand it. I completely forgot to put that on my dislikes. Yeah, I wish I was one of those people who could enjoy it, but I just end up listening to like documentaries or like people with good talking voices instead of that. Yeah, movies. I'm not really a movie guy. Like, I really enjoy movies, but I'm not super, like, I'm definitely more of a music person or an online content person than a movie person. Like, I've watched all of the MCU stuff, but I fell off like last year, just content overload sort of stuff. Yeah, other kinds of ASMR, I get bored. Like, if it's not talking and it's just like sounds, like some of it is a little bit satisfying, but it's just like not really that interesting. Like, I guess like lo-fi stuff sort of like does that for me. Like, I definitely enjoy like falling asleep to lo-fi, as long as there's no lyrics. Like, this sort of music that we're listening to now is really, really calming, really nice. Yeah. I keep getting sidetracked. But yeah, Galaxy Quest. Amazing comedy film. If you've ever seen Star Wars or Star Trek or anything like that, it's a spoof off of that, but it's an actual, like, really good film. And it has one of the best performances by Alan Rickman. Rest his soul. Alan Rickman, fantastic actor. Sir Alexander. I love that man. Loved that man. But yeah, in like super tour de force acting performance by him in a comedy film, just incredible. Everyone else, Sam Rockwell's in it too. Like, I love Sam Rockwell, as you'll see coming up here. Yeah, Spaceballs. That one's like, it's like too zany for me. Like, I enjoy it. It's a good comedy film, but it's not a good, like, movie. It's like, I mean, it's a good movie. It's not a good film, if that makes sense. Like, the story is, but it's really funny. I really enjoy that. Every once in a while, that slapstick. Okay, so Lord of the Rings extended trilogy specifically. It's an entirely different film. Like, all of them. They add like an hour or two to each film, and it just, yeah, it's good because it's bad. They're jamming our radar. Oh my god, that whole era, oh my god, yeah. Lord of the Rings extended trilogy. Watch it. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Find somebody you know that like has watched it and they're passionate about it, and watch it with them, and you will make their whole year. They will be so happy to show you their favorite films, and like they'll have the extended Blu-rays. They'll just bring them over, and you'll be able to watch them, and it'll be the best couple nights or entire day marathon, however you want to do it, of your life. They're such good films. They took a lot of liberties with the story, but you know what? They're still really, really good films, really solid. Kung Fu Hustle is a comedy from China. It's all in Chinese. It's all in Mandarin, I think. But it's like a spoof. So I talked about like Cabin in the Woods and Tucker and Dale versus Evil for like horror movies. This is like that, where it's a spoof movie, but it's for like the Asian, like the Kung Fu era of films. And it's incredible. It's one of the best comedies that I've ever seen. The stunts and the effects and everything that they show off is just so zany and off the wall. But like, I bring everything back to, it's a good film. Like, the characters and the writing and the story, like, you just love everybody that's in that movie. It's so good. Like, everyone is good. Even the bad guys, like, you're like, they're good. Highly recommend that. It's like Kung Pao. I don't think I've seen that. But I think like the closest thing that I've heard, and I've not seen this either, but Shaolin Soccer, I've heard, is similar to what Kung Fu Hustle does, but it's like not quite to the same level. I need to watch Shaolin Soccer at some point. But yeah, it's just really enjoyable. It's like a comfort movie for me. Moon, going back to Sam Rockwell, incredible character piece. Like, oh my god, it's not really a horror film, but it's like a man in a room for like an hour and a half, and it's about this dude who lives and operates an outpost on the moon, and he just lives by himself, and he talks to his robot friend, and it sounds really boring, but I swear it's the best character driven movie that I've ever seen in my life. It's so good. It's really exciting. Okay, now we get to 2 brand new movies that I saw this year. I had to add them because they were just so good. Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Nicolas Cage. This is his best film, I think. It's filled with references to all his old stuff, but it's also a good film. Like the script and everything, it's like tongue-in-cheek, but it's also played serious in a lot of parts. Is that the one with the pig? Oh, the Jojo Rabbit? No. Is that the one with the pig? No, I don't remember a pig in it. It's the one where he goes to like a millionaire's birthday party, and he's like the entertainment, and this millionaire dude is like, really, you can't. Ghost Rider is not a good film. It's not a good film. Oh, I haven't seen Mandy. That might be what you're talking about. Is it like a horror movie? I know he's done a couple of recent films that I actually haven't seen yet. I've heard Mandy's really good. I need to watch that Nick Cage film. No, I don't know which Nick Cage. It's literally called The Pig. Okay. I'll write it down and I'll look into it later. He loses his truffle pig. Oh my god, I need to see that then. Yeah, I need to see his more recent stuff, because he's really, like, the past couple of years, he's just like let loose and done what he wants, and I'm all here for it. It's so fun to watch. Yeah, I know, Audrey. I know what you're saying. How about that sequel though? Oh my god. Yeah, for gore. There's a lot of movies that came out in the past 5 years that I've yet to see that I really want to see. Just not enough time, you know. Yeah, Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Watch it. It's so good. And then Everything Everywhere All at Once. I've never ugly cried in a theater before. Before this film. I saw it by myself in a small theater, one screen theater. There were like 4 other people there, and I was just bawling my eyes out by the end of it. And it's the dumbest movie ever. Like, it's dumb, but all the dumb parts like sort of build, and then you get to the characters, and then you get to like you get to the end and you're like, oh, and then you cry, and then you can't stop thinking about it for weeks and weeks and weeks. Yeah, take care, Audrey. No problem. I'll probably, at this pace, I'll probably still be going. I wanted to see that one too. I got Millennium Actress vibes from it. Yeah, kind of. It's definitely very, very wacky. There's some parts that's just like, huh? Like, where did that come from? I think it's the director. He was only previously known for the music video for Turn Down the What? If you've seen that, you might have an idea of some of the stuff some of the visuals that you can get from this film. but it also has so much heart to it and so many emotional, like it just punches you in the gut in like the last third of the movie. So yeah, watch it. Look forward to it and watch it. It's special. Really, really special. All right. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. I guess we can go over games. To the Moon. I'm going to be playing that on stream sometime soon. Top-down RPG, really short. Only take a couple hours to play. Really emotional, really cute. Indie game. Everyone should play it. Elden Ring. I put 250 hours into my first playthrough earlier this year. I never played a FromSoft game before, and I bought it because somebody online was like, "This is a good game for somebody who's never played a FromSoft game before." And I was like, "Hey, that's me." And then I played it, and then I played it for 250 hours, and then I finished it. And probably next year I'll do another playthrough. It's an incredible game. I love it so much. I want to do the other Dark Souls games eventually, but it's probably a little bit too much for me right now. Half-Life. Love the series. Love the story. Pick up that can. Just like the physics. Like if you grew up with old style like Half-Life 1 era, like when you saw Half-Life 1 come out and you were like, oh my god, like this is the next thing that games can be, because we only had like what, Quake and Doom and all of that, and then Half-Life came out and it was like a full story with like characters and all kinds of crazy stuff happening in 3D. Heck yeah, that was insane. And then Half-Life 2 came out, and it also revolutionized how people thought of like FPS games, with the physics engine, just incredible. Like you can't beat that experience, especially as like a first, like growing up through the years and seeing things progress like that. And then Half-Life Alyx that just came out. I still say it's the best VR experience that you can get if you have a VR headset. Like just get it and play through it. It also revolutionized the way that I looked at like VR and FPS. It's a little on the short side, but God, I hope they do more with that. I really do. It's so good. Apex Legends. I haven't played in 8 months. Is that bad? I love Apex. I originally stopped playing, I guess it's almost 9 months now, in December. And I was like, hey, I'm going to start streaming soon, so I'll just stop using my old account. And then when I start streaming, I'll use my new account as a VTuber, and I'll just, like, that'll be my new main. And it's like, I don't want to do too much on it. I want to sort of like start fresh. And then 9 months passed, and now it's been 9 months and I haven't played Apex at all. So I think I still like it. I still watch people play. Maybe we can try it on stream sometime. It's a really fun game. I really like it, especially when you can get friends in. That's like really, really nice when you get friends in and you don't have to deal with randoms. Just like any online game, I guess. Hades. Awesome. Really great. Top down, beat 'em up, roguelike. One of the best I've ever played. Just a masterclass in the genre. Slime Rancher. It's been a while since I played Slime Rancher, but it was so unique that I just really enjoyed. I think I sunk like 50-60 hours into Slime Rancher. Just had a lot of fun with it. I think it's a really comfy, chill sort of puzzle game where you can unlock stuff. Really cute. Terraria. I think I have 400-500 hours into Terraria. It's the better Minecraft. Not that I've ever played Minecraft. It's like 2D building, mining. It's really great. I haven't played it since 3.1. I think there's like 3 or 4 major patches that I've not touched yet. So I'd like to get back into that at some point. And then yeah, Borderlands 2. Thank you. I think that's pretty much the normal like consensus, I guess, is that Borderlands 2, incredible. One of the best games of all time. I know, like I'm not friends, but I have some connections to some of the people that worked on the Borderlands franchise, and they're just the best people. And the writing, the jokes, the gameplay, Borderlands 2 is just like the pinnacle of all of that. And then Borderlands 3 happened, and I couldn't care. I couldn't care about it. Like the story was whack. The gameplay was okay. It was pretty good, but it was like it was missing something special, and I couldn't really like put my finger on it. Borderlands 2, really good. Really enjoyed it. Recommend it. Borderlands 3, if you like Borderlands 2, like maybe give it a shot. Play through it, but it's not something that you have to go through. Mirror's Edge. It's the thing that got me into parkour, and then I found out that I can't do parkour, but I can play a game that lets me parkour, and the music and the visuals were just like next level at the time. It was so clean and crisp and fluid, like the movement. Oh, I loved it. I had so much fun playing that game. I never got into like any of the speedrun stuff, but watching speedrunners run through that was really cool. Chilla's Art games. That's another thing that I want to do on stream at some point, is start playing through all the Chilla's Art. Yeah, you have to yell parkour. Parkour. Thanks, Michael. It improves your parkour skills by 50% if you yell parkour as you're doing it. Chilla's Art games. I think a lot of you have probably seen these. These are like, they're horror games, but they're more like suspense games. I said I don't like horror movies. I don't really like horror games, but for some reason these specific games are really nice. Like they're really unique. They're made by, I think, 2 Japanese brothers, and maybe some extra people, but it's mostly just like a team of like 2. And there's just really simple like first-person collectathon sort of horror games with like a story to them, and they're all very specific scenarios. Like you've probably seen the Starbucks one. You've seen a lot of VTubers and YouTubers and stuff play that. There's one that's like based off of working as a Japanese woman working in a Japanese Starbucks type franchise, and it's so cool. Really scary stuff. It's a little dumb, like if you're like watching it from the outside, but when you play it, like it's not dumb at all. Like you're feeling everything. Also, it brought back memories of customer service, which I don't really want to get into. Animal Crossing. Lots of GameCube Animal Crossing. I don't remember the name of it, but I played that a lot. And then I skipped it for a lot of years. And then when COVID hit, Animal Crossing on the Switch sort of saved me. I think with a lot of people, I think I put close to 1,000 hours into that game. And then the DLC came out, and I played that for like 10 hours, and then I stopped playing at that point. It was just like I didn't feel like I needed it as much anymore. But it's still awesome game. I really like it. Highly recommended. I put so many hours into it, like how can I not recommend it? Zelda games. I think I've played every single Zelda game except for the ones on the Game Boy Color. They're so good. Like Wind Waker is something special. Skyward Sword, I 100%ed that with motion controls. That was an achievement that I'm really proud of. But I really like the story in Skyward Sword. And then Breath of the Wild, I can't wait for the second one. It'll probably get delayed again, but hopefully not. Advance Wars. Oh, no, CDI games. No, I haven't. I pretend that those don't exist. Is that okay? Is that okay if we pretend that the CDI Zelda games don't exist? Yeah, I haven't like not emulated it or anything like that. Yeah, it's best people forget. The best ones? It's fun to watch people play through those. And there's actually like people that speed run them, which is really funny. Excuse yeah. Advance Wars. Turn-based. The first one is for the Game Boy Advance. That's where the Advance comes from. Incredible. It's like Fire Emblem, but you don't have specific units. You just have the commanders that are different. You just build your units. You have like Fog of War. You can take over, capture cities and capture factories and build more units. And the story into the second and third ones just goes crazy. There's some Onyx faction or something that comes from space or whatever. But I just love, those are like the only strategy games that I've really, really loved and dug into and just consumed all of them. I was super excited for Advance Wars 1 and 2 on the Switch. I had that pre-ordered for a long time. And then it was about to be released at a very bad time this year in world events. And they understandably put it off. And we still don't have a release date. I'm very sad. I don't like the new art style, but I'm excited to relive my memories when it does come out. The World Ends With You. I never finished it, but it's one of the best games I've ever played in my life. I realized this the other day. Was it like last year or something when they came out with the anime and then they came out with the sequel, Neo? I was like, wait a minute. I loved that game in the past. Did I ever finish it? It turns out I only made it like halfway through. And then I spent like 80 hours trying to grind for specific pins. And then I just stopped playing it at one point. And then I never finished it. I have it for the Switch. So I'm thinking that might be a game that we can play on stream. I'd be really excited to do that at some point. Apparently the motion controls aren't the worst. And when I tried to play it originally on the Switch, it was just with like regular controls. And it wasn't great. But apparently motion controls are okay. So maybe we can try that. And actually on that note, I have a PS5 and I have a Nintendo Switch. They're both hooked up to my streaming setup. And I can play games from those on here. So we're not just limited to PC games. So I'm excited to play around with some of those at some point. The PS5, I use it as my Blu-ray player mostly. But at some point, maybe if the community wants it, or if we even get a community, if we grow, when I get a Discord, I would love to start doing like movies on the Discord. That's something that I really wanted to do. I know Zentreya does that a lot, but it's really hard when there's like a huge community like that, because it fills up, and like I kind of want to like have people talk over the movies at some point too. and just like discuss things that are happening for like some of my favorite old movies. But anyway, so that'd be something cool maybe for the future. All right. What? So if we cut off the beginning, where it was just like almost 20 minutes of intro, I've been going for 2 hours. I'm so sorry. let me take a drink. I have my now my now warm gamer subs. Like this. There we go. I'm a long ways from a sponsor, obviously. So for now, I can just chill. I friggin' love gamer subs. I met them at AX and they were all super chill. Yeah. Paris. It's yeah. Code Lord gamersubs.gg. Get some, you won't regret it. I'm shilling other people's products. All right, so let's go through the model. You guys okay with that? Yeah, I was there. I was there that fateful day. Oh man, I freaking love Aethel's stream and Aethel's community. Like most of the people that have popped into chat here are regulars over there. So, all right, let's do this. So just so there's not a lot of full body tracking, but it does move. It's not like completely, like you get a little bit of the pants moving at the bottom. And my favorite part that I specifically requested that made a lot of people actually turn me down was asking for pants movement. Shut up, Emmy. Moving on. One part that made a lot of people turn me down was there's not a lot of overweight or like super fit male VTubers. So I specifically wanted this. I wanted a little bit of the jiggle. But not the booba jiggle. I wanted something else. Okay. So let's save the big things for last. Let's just go through the expressions. So I did this whole thing. I've been going for 2 hours. I haven't played with any of the expressions, and that doesn't bode well for me remembering to use them. I'm just gonna call you Yuzu, is that okay? Welcome in, Yuzu. Welcome. Thanks for the follow. Okay, so we're getting into the model. I freaking love, like, look at the necklace and the drawstrings. It's so smooth. I freaking love it. I can look at it all day. So Thanks, Blitz. I really appreciate it. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna go through all the expressions. We'll start with this one since it's on the left. I can also like without pressing a button, I can like, of course you start with that one, right? Right? You gotta start with that one. A couple actually, because of VBridger, I actually have a couple expressions that I can do without pressing a button, which is really cool. So the first one is, I can be like, yikes. Yikes. Cringe. And then I can also do So it's kind of nice to have those without even pressing buttons. All right. So next, this one is probably, if growing up is any indication in my friends in real life, this is going to happen a lot. It happens a little bit when I smile because it's just sort of like natural for me. But I really like the blush that we got for this. Okay. This is one of my favorite ones. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. All right, and then we're dead. We're dead. And XX. All right, and then we got, oh boy. Why? I did not need to see that. This one has two variations. So we'll do this. Why are you like this? Chat. Why are you like this? And then, slightly different, but when it's like when someone posts the link and you go to click on it and you're like, should I? I don't know. I love the mouth on that one. It's so good. Here's just the regular version of that as well. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that. All right. What's next? Oh. This may happen if we watch movies or something sad or somebody bullies me. Why'd you do that? Why'd you say that? How could you? Bullying a streamer? Yeah. I'm sure that won't happen. Probably never. I can't imagine. Alright. This... I don't know when I would use this, but it's definitely one of my favorites. I paid for all of these, by the way. These are all separate. I kind of got addicted once I started. And I was like, oi, son, can we add this? And he was like, yeah, pay me money. I was like, okay, here you go. Cha-ching. So I don't know if I'll use this, but when I need to show how correct I am, when I express the right opinion, that's when I'll use that. All right, so we got boring. We just got closed eyes. You kind of have to have this at some point because I don't know. It just feels like you need this. All right, and then we have now I'm mad. Can you tell how mad I am? Eggy. No bully. This one, I'm sure will get so much use. It's just tired eyes. That's it. This is my default state. This should just be my default model. Oof. Okay. Moving on. Okay, and then we have, yeah, raccoon eyes. All right, so we can move on to the more involved ones. So this one, I got the idea from Art Gun, but I know plenty of people have these, but I can sweat. Wow, a lip bite? No. I just look like a mummy. I just have the tongue, like just the tongue. No lip bite. All right, and then it's kind of broken right now. But this is my idle animation. It doesn't work properly, but it won't stop me from playing it, like when I have to take a break. Here we go. It's so good. I love it so much. Oh, it's so good. I hope to get a lot of use out of these, like if I do like YouTube content or whatever in the future. There's just so many expressions that I can play with. All right, this is something that I do all the time in real life, and I might have to get a hand tracker specifically to trigger this when I do this in real life. I do this all the time. So I had to get it. You gotta cover the face, cover the mouth. When it's too embarrassing, you do this. When you see something that you don't want to see, you do this. All right. Now we have the really cool stuff. We got one special thing that we'll save for last. But I can take my headset off, my headphones off. I don't like this look. I look naked for some reason. This really like fills it out, and I'm kind of wearing one all the time anyway in real life. But when we have certain, like if I'm watching something or listening to something or whatever, I can do this. That way I can actually like hear. Also, these are super awesome. I'm gonna show off the lights now. So I can lower the lights. This is probably like the default that I'm gonna stream in, because this room is pretty dark and the full brightness is pretty bright. I'm not gonna, no, it's headphone, they're not buns. I'm not a slave or anything. It's my headset. And then I can actually take it a step further. This shows, just to show off, like how glowy this stuff is if it's like a really dark background. I love things that glow. It's so cool. So I can take these off, put these ones on. Yeah, Perez is doing fun. I'm coming for you. I think I need one more that's in between the sort of dark version and the super dark version. I'm okay, Audrey. I'm just showing off. I'm just showing off. Let's see. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. And then I think at this point we can bring them out. I have big plans. They don't have a name, but they've been with me for a very long time at this point. Yeah, it was definitely Curse's idea for the slave outfit. That's what made me cry. All right, so let's bring them out. Actual best boy. All right. There he is. Or she. We don't know yet. This is the surveillance bot that I've been assigned. Oh, really? I haven't seen Last Exile. All I know is this thing has been following me ever since I got home. Like I said, I have big plans, but for right now, nothing is integrated. If that can give you a hint, we can't really do anything that I really want to do. So soon, hopefully. But we do have. We can turn the lights on and off. Like you saw in the lore video, he does have his own expressions. Yeah, expressions. I told him that. That's okay, right? That's okay. It's not okay? Well, now he's angry. Look, it wasn't my choice to have you here. You need to, we gotta follow her. Welcome, Vice Light. Welcome in. Yeah, he's a little angry, but his antennas still wiggle. So we can laugh at him for that, I guess. But you're angry and oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, Patho, welcome in. Welcome. We're just showing off some parts of the model. Been going for a long time. Yeah, this is my bot friend? Observer? I don't really know. We'll have to figure that out together. But he can do a flip. It's a good flip. All the expressions work on either side too. It's so cool. Yay, thank you. Thank you, Insha. A lot of time has gone into all of this. Oh my god. And like I said in the beginning, oh my god, everyone that I've worked with on this, like all the art that I've had done, everyone that I've talked to, everyone that I've commissioned has just been super awesome. Like beautiful people, recommend highly. Oh my god. Like I wouldn't be here if it weren't for the actual like special people that I happened to run across. Like just happened. Like it's insane. All right. So this is one thing that's really cool to me. I requested this specifically. But you know how VTubers, you see how I have a hoodie on, right? And I have a personality. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, Blitz. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that this is like working out. And it's not super scuff. I'm so happy that you're all here and we can hang out together. All right. Yeah, we could omelet Wavo. Oh. Quiche is nice. I like quiche. Oh, always behind me. That's okay. All right. so VTubers. A lot of them have hoodies or hoods. I don't like the style that a lot of them have. It's like this huge, like propped up, like it shows the whole face and hair still. I don't like that. It looks fine for some of them, but I've never really liked that style. So again, one thing that Sensational's never done before, I was like, let's make a new hood, something that actually resembles a hood and can be used for like some stuff. So yeah. This is so cool. I love this so much. I can even have my headphones on underneath. It's perfect. I love it so much. Yeah, like little comfy jammies. It makes it a little bit better if I don't, since these push it out, it makes it look like jammies a little bit. But if I take these off, there we go. It's a little bit more hood shaped. But yeah, it's nice. It's cozy. I freaking love it. It's exactly what I wanted. And it might let me do some cool things in the future. All right, and then we can put this back on. All right, so now I have, oh, no one's asked, but I'm gonna do it because this is one of my favorite things. I forgot this is another thing that I can do without pressing a button. So, you know, the whole like, I go like, I love my pog face. Oh, pog. All right, so we're gonna do one last thing before we move on to the finale. Pog, he did the thing. All right, so this was another bungle on my part, and I ended up spending a lot more money than I wanted to, but you know what? It makes it worth it in the end when something really cool comes out of it. So I want to play games on stream, and I hate it when the VTuber is like over here and they're just like, yeah, playing games, yay, playing games. I want to be interactive. So I asked for a controller, and that's what I got. I do have hands, unfortunately, or fortunately, depends on how you look at it. They're just hidden. I like really baggy long sleeves. Like, why would I show my hands? Nobody needs to see those. And except for this. This is so cool. Like, look at this. This is me holding my PS5 controller that's plugged in. The little eggy fluid inside moves. It's amazing. I love it. But then I was like, I I want something better than this. I was like, Sen, this is really good, but I wanted the sticks to be visible. I wanted the sticks to be visible. And he's like, I don't know how to do that. I didn't know how to do this, and I just followed the tutorial. And I was like, it's okay. We'll get through it together. And then I was like, okay. And 2 weeks later, I got version 2. This is insane. It's insane. Like, I want every single VTuber that uses a controller to have one of these. Like, I want Sen to have people beating down their door to order these because it's incredible. Like, this is everything I ever wanted and more. And like, as you can tell, it still has the eggy the eggy fluid on the inside and in the sticks. I was just completely blown away. And then, like, if you turn the lights off, look at that. Like, how cool is that? Shut up, Blitz! No! I'm gaming! I'm gaming! All right, so we're going to we're gonna make the bot go away, and then we're gonna put me over here. So I'm gonna show off that's pretty much everything for the model. It's a lot, I know, but I love everything that I did with this and that Sen was able to provide. Again, like I said, like third or fourth model, just absolutely cracked. And I hope every stream to just like sing their praises and get everyone to commission models from Sen. But yeah, so now that we have the controller out, I thought maybe we could, I'm not going to play anything like a full game, but I just want to show off something that I'm really proud of. So I'm going to open up this game. It's called XO1, and watch this. How cool is that? How cool is that? I'm geeking out, and it's my own. So let's see if we can, hopefully we can skip through this real quick. right, there we go. Hey, Baxter! Welcome in. Welcome in, Baxter. Glad to see you here. Abandoning your post for a good reason. Alright, so this is just the intro to a game that I've really been enjoying. It's very visually appealing, and it can show off the controls really nicely. If that happens, I'm actually going to die, and I really hope it doesn't. Like, I don't think I'm going to be going that long. Alright, there we go. So you can see... this game is called XO1. I think it showed it on the thing. But it's basically, you have a marble, and you control gravity, and it's really, really, really fun to play with a controller. Like, you can make... the gravity. Oh man, and you can see me pressing the buttons, and it's so cool. It's called EXO-1. EXO-ONE. And yeah, it's super comfy. It's, I think it's got like 12 levels, but they get harder. So like there is actually some skill and challenge. Yeah, so I just wanted to show this off because it really shows off the controls, and you can really see me like playing with the gravity and stuff. Yeah, I highly recommend this. It's just like it's a small dev team indie game, just really gorgeous, really fun to play. And I'm not gonna keep it up. All right, there we go. And then we can go back to here. All right, so I have a bunch of different yeah, indie games. That's better. Oh yeah, absolutely. I love supporting any indie games. It's just like the Chilla's art stuff. They have a Patreon that I'm a part of. Definitely want to support as many indie games as I can that I love. Okay, so last thing before we get on to the finale, I guess. So I've got some scenes for like YouTube watching and Twitter browsing and that sort of stuff. I won't go through all of those, but I will show this real quick. I don't have a pen as part of my model yet. That might be something for later in the year. But all right, let's see if this opens up in a reasonable amount of time. I don't know if any of you seen this. There we go. I did this the other day after the boys talk with Ethel and the good Jared. I'm still super new to art. Like I don't really draw very much, but I got inspired by a bunch of the creators that I follow. So I just wanted to have something that I can just play around with and sort of like give back to the creators and stuff that I love so much. So it's been a very long learning process. Let me move this so that I can actually. But yeah, I've got full Clip Studio Paint here. My talent is immense. But yeah, so I've got a full pen tablet that's hooked up to the stream, and I'm hoping at some point I can do art streams and stuff. Right now I'm working on a secret commission for myself, but eventually, hopefully, like in a month or two, I'll have something else that I'm working on that I can share with the stream, and we can just listen to chill lo-fi music, and I can struggle through this, and people hopefully can pop in and give me tips, because I'm probably doing everything wrong and I'm doing it the hard way. But yeah, I'm excited. All right, so I do have another screen. So I know in my trailer and everything, I was like, bad music. He can make bad music. I do have Fruity Loops, the full package installed. It's hooked up. It's all set up to go, ready to go. I've just gotten addicted to drawing, and I've been learning so much about drawing that I haven't had much time to jump into FL Studio. But eventually, that's something that I want to do as well. And that way I can actually like make my own music for the stream and maybe for other people. But yeah, I mean, I have a music background. I play bass. It's been a long time. My bass was broken for a long time. But I also took 10 years of piano lessons. So I know my way around a keyboard. It's been a long time, but I would love to get back into it. And Ethel, again, so inspiring with how quickly he just like picks things up and creates a melody and a beat and starts like just riffing off of this. It's just inspiring. I have no delusions. I'm not even close to that. But I would like to learn. Same thing like the art. I want people to pop in here and backseat the crap out of me. If I do something, I want people to be like, no, that's not the way you do it. Or you're dumb. Do it this way. You know, that sort of stuff. Like I'm excited to show how bad my process is for everything. And then people can come in and be like, here's how you actually do it. And then I can learn. Maybe follow some tutorials and stuff too, but that might get a little bit crazy on stream. Hey, Tips! Welcome in, Tips. Welcome. Yeah, exactly. That's the one way to get better. Like if you're not open to criticism, like what are you even doing? Yeah, Uncha, I'm using Clip Studio Paint as well. Yeah, welcome in, Tips. It's good to see you here. Yeah, I started with Paint Tool Psi, which I know a lot of people use. The Art Gun uses Paint Tool Psi, and a bunch of other people use Paint Tool Psi. I started with it, and it was way too Windows XP for me. It felt super rigid and really unnatural. And as soon as I jumped and I bit the bullet and I did the tests, because you can try Clip Studio Paint for 30 days. I was like, oh my god, it just made so much more sense to me. It felt so much easier. Yeah, Unsha, if you wanna send it over like DMs or something, or like Discord or whatever, go right ahead. I think like 10 or 15 separate tutorial videos that I haven't gotten to yet. So I may already have it, because there's a lot of them out there, but I'm always open to new stuff. Absolutely. Recommendations for sure. Okay. So let's wow, that's weird. It keeps playing. So I'm gonna close this. Yeah. Like I said, I'm doing things wrong. So if something's helped somebody else out, getting things done the right way or finding a cool style or whatever, 100% down. 100% down. All right, let me take a drink. Krita? Interesting. I don't think Audrey, I don't think I've heard of Krita. Huh. Yeah, making me... So, I used to use a lot of, let this keep going. There's a website called Pixlr that I use for memes. And it's pretty, like, it's full of ads because it's free, but if you're like time crunched and you just need something real quick, and you don't feel like loading up a whole program or whatever, you just go to the website and you paste your images in, and you can pump out something that's relatively decent pretty quickly. Oh, did they mess it up? Like, I know, what was it, like last year at some point? I recognized that they changed a lot. Like they changed the whole like design of the thing, but for what I was using it for, it didn't really affect me too much. Like it was still pretty easy. Wait, has it been that long? I think I've been using E. Let's see. I mean, I have an ad blocker. So that probably helps. But I mean, it looks about the same. Is there something specific? Like, do they time you or something now? You can still export and stuff, right? Oh, it's not as easy to manage stuff. I gotcha. I know it's definitely clunky. It's not the easiest UI to use and manage, for sure. I definitely agree with you on that. But like I said, I'm not a power user. I just go plink plink, click click, drag drag, and then I export the PNG and I paste it somewhere. So it doesn't bother me too much. But nowadays I just, like, I'm at my computer all the time anyway, so I just open up GIMP. But GIMP has its own issues, so whatever. All right. So now I would like to do a dumb thing, and yeah, GIMP confused me. It's not the most easy to use program for sure. Yeah, it's very clunky. Very clunky. And it's like anything that you want to do, it's not easy to do. It's like you can do it, but it's going to take you like 15 steps and a tutorial and maybe a script or a plugin. It's like the other day I was like, I need to make a shape. I want to make an arrow in GIMP. You can't do that. It doesn't let you. There's no shapes. So you have to go out and either get a PNG and modify it, or you have to draw it yourself, or you have to get a plugin that adds shapes. And it's like, why? Like, MS Paint has shapes. Like, why? Why can't you have shapes? All right. Let's see. So I stopped this. So I think we're going on 3 hours. I haven't spoken this much in probably 6 months. So my voice is pretty, like, it's already starting to cut out. This is another thing that I was excited for with streaming, is it'll get me talking. Just like working from home, not really interacting with anyone. Voice doesn't get much use. So what I would like to do, just to sort of cap off the stream. Yeah, water. Let me get a drink. Yeah, unfortunately right now it's like 100 degrees, and I also have the window and the door closed, so it's very warm in here. I can't wait till the summer's over. Yay, Tips, I'm so glad you made it too. It's so nice to see you. So, oh god. Well, don't get in trouble. It's not that important. Oh my god. Okay, so this is the part that I'm most nervous about, but I'm gonna do it anyway because no, I have one more thing to show you guys. Ethics lecture. Oh my god. Yeah. On second thought, you're welcome. You're welcome. Let's all stay here together and not do the ethics. All right. So I completely forgot. I've been rambling for 3 hours and I completely forgot some of the coolest things. All right. We're going to do one thing. This is something that's very special to me. When somebody shares something meme related, we gotta hit them. We gotta hit them with this.
This meme is already nothing but a memory.
Did that blow out your eardrums? I apologize.
This meme is already nothing but a memory.
Oh my god, we got another raid. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. This is my debut stream, so I'm just finishing up showing off all the crap that I can do. This raid is nothing but a memory. Thank you so much for the raid, Maestro. Thank you so much. We're just showing off some stuff real quick, and then we're finishing up with a surprise that I've been teasing for a while. That's going to be very scuffed. But we also have... you can call me Eggman. Egg or Eggy is definitely the preferred choice, but Eggman is cool. Eggman works. I have a master plan. Maybe? I don't know. You could say that I might have some plans. Some of them. How has the stream been thus far? How goes the debut? I think it's been wonderful. I've had, like, you can't ask for more than this. Like, I've had amazing friends popping in all the time. Yeah, I know, it's a Sonic reference, I know. But, like, I could make it my own. I could be Eggman. Maybe. Maybe. All right. So let's see. So we're finishing off the cool stuff that I made for stream. And I've got two more things. There's one surprise bit that I'm just gonna let somebody, like, when somebody in chat eventually, like, says something about it, I'll pull it out and I'll surprise you guys. But for now, it's going to be a secret. But it's huge and I love it, and it's gonna be fun. But for now, I'm gonna blow your eardrums again. Because I have this thing for when something goes wrong. And it goes a little bit like this. Oh man, I had too much fun working on all of this. All right, and then we've got one last one. Let's see if I can do this properly, because it takes a little bit of finesse. Let's get warmed up. All right, here we go. Oh man, when I figured out that I can not only do the black and white filter, but I can do a freeze frame, I was like, I'm in. I know what I have to do. And now I'm sure all my streams will always get demonetized forever because I need to play this at least once every time I stream. No, this is all OBS with plugins. I have Stream Elements. I have OBS. Some of what you saw was a plugin called Stream FX. But yeah, it's all natural OBS stuff. There's tutorials out there for everything. Like anything you want to do, there's tutorials out there like for OBS. Some of them might be a little bit old, but as long as you like look at the downloads and stuff, most things on the OBS website for like plugins and scripts, like they'll have ratings and stuff, so you can pretty much trust that stuff. But yeah, it's so fun. All right, so I think I'm gonna take one last sip of my Gamer Subs, Code Lord. Gamersubs.gg. Not sponsored. Castle sponsored. All right. Yeah, that's actually a good thing. So, what am I interested in streaming? I'm here for gaming. I'm here for music. I want to, like, I have Fruity Loop or FL Studio. I want to, like, I already know it a little bit, but I want to make music. I want to make art. Like I showed it off a little bit earlier, but I draw. If you look at I don't have everything on DeviantArt, but on my Twitter, I have artwork that I've struggled through that I think looks passable. Mostly I do it just because I love some creators so much and they do so many funny things that I just want to visualize it in my own way. And I just want to show my support, so I draw. But yeah, music right now is definitely like the weakest thing, like the FL Studio stuff. But I want to have like dedicated like learning streams. Hopefully I can have other artists jump in and be like like I said earlier, I want people to backseat me because I know nothing. And everything that I do, especially in FL Studio, is wrong. Like I want someone to come in and be like, no, do it this way. And I'll be like, okay, yep, as you say. Tips, you've done so much music, haven't you? Like, I'd call you a composer. You've made a ton of music. It's all 100% wrong. Yeah, so it's fine though. Like if it works for you, then that's cool. But I'm at the point where I'm still so new that if I can, I want to just learn like from people who are already doing it, that like just learn what works for them and go from there. Was it Audrey? I can barely call myself a singer. I think I've heard you sing before. Are you in the Castle karaoke sessions? I've been meaning to jump in there and hang out with y'all at some point. It's a coping mechanism, but sometimes I stop by the castle and do karaoke. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, I thought so. I thought I've heard something or other. I believe it. I believe Audrey can sing. Yep, music is art. As long as you can get what's in your brain out into the computer, then I think you're winning. I think you're doing it properly. As long as it sounds good to you. It might take you a lot longer, but you know, that's what happens when you learn. It's okay. Okay, here we go. Speaking of karaoke. I kind of want to end with something here. Now, I'm gonna do 2 songs. The first one is dumb, and I can't sing it well. And the second one, I like a little bit more. But I wanted to embrace the meme. Yeah, two songs. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, my voice, I've been speaking for 3 hours now, and my normal talking time per day is like less than 10 minutes. So we'll find out how it goes. So we got to put these on. And without any further stalling, here's Wonderwall. Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. And I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. And I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. And there are many things that I like to say to you, but I don't know how. 'Cause maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my Wonderwall. Today was gonna be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you're not to do. And I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads that lead you there are winding, and all the lights that light the way are blinding. And there are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, Woo! Oh man. Thank you all for indulging me in that. Oh. Welcome in, Cyber Shrimp. I saw you sneak in right at the end there. Thank you so much. I have so much fun singing. I'm doing my best to keep getting better. But like punk songs like this they're not super suited for my voice, but I enjoy singing them anyway. So to continue, this next one, it was a rave moment. It bring me so much joy to see you all dancing in the chat. Okay, this one is a little bit different. This one is Wicked Game by Chris Isaac. Sorry. Strange what desire will make foolish people do. Come on. Got this. I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you. And I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love with you. With you. Make me feel this way. What a wicked thing to do, to let me dream of you. What a wicked thing to say. You never felt this way. What a wicked thing to do, to make me dream of you. No, I don't wanna fall in love with you. No one could save me but you. Strange what desire will make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you. I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I don't wanna fall in love. with you. With you. No, nobody loves no one. Whew. That was a little rough. The low parts, I'm still trying to get there. Thank you everyone for dancing in chat and having some fun. I've been nervous about this for so long. Yeah, I've got water, I've got gamer subs. I definitely need to work on drinking more as I stream. So you can, like, I've got water, I've been drinking, but I need to do it more. Probably, especially once it's not so hot out, I can just have like tea and stuff. There we go. But yeah, that was that's the part that I've been super nervous about for the past 8 months. And I'm really glad you were all here to hear it. I definitely want to do some karaoke streams at some point. I have not an extensive list, but I've got a good list of songs that I enjoy singing that I can do okay. So I don't want to, like, I've been talking so much. I don't really want to go overboard and do more than these two. But yeah, I think that sort of wraps up a debut pretty nicely. I've had all of this planned for so long. I'm so glad that I had so many of my friends show up and give me support. I'm just completely blown away. I'm so happy that all of this sort of went off without a hitch. It's everything that I dreamed it could be, and I'm just happy that I can keep going and continue doing this. Now that I've done one, it'll be easier to get back on and do another one. Yeah, all the planning, it there was a lot of planning. But yeah, so my plan to start, I don't know how all of this is gonna work, but my initial plan is to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, and then try that for a little bit and see if that's too little, maybe too much. I don't think it's gonna be too much. Maybe shift around the days depending on like who can make it, who can't, whatever. But that's the plan. I'm gonna put that up on the Twitch page for the schedule, and I'm gonna make a concerted effort to like be here regularly, and hopefully at some point I can start, like, my dream getting into this was just to meet some friends and to hang out, and like I've already met so many awesome communities that are just incredible. So like just bridging some of those communities and bringing people together, and maybe at some point collabing with some creators, that would be awesome. But yeah, I'm really excited for the future. I know like my future stream plans, like I have a long list of things that I want to do. So I don't know how messy that, like we all know, like a lot of us know Aethel, like he's so talented, he does so many things, but it's hard to fit everything in to his schedule when he even when he's streaming like 4 or 5 times a week. So it'll be a bit of a learning process, but I appreciate patience and and we'll sort of get there together, and we'll see where we can go from here. But yeah, with that, I think I'm gonna sign off. But since we do have a couple people here, let's see. Thank you, Jex. I certainly hope so. That's definitely the dream. All right, so let's see what we got for Twitch. Let's see who's online.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you.
Why? All right, so I don't like giving people a choice, but thank you all so much. Thank you so much for the awesome words there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, absolutely, Maestro. I think it's worth it. I think it's awesome. Yeah, A grade. We can do an A grade. We'll use that until I can get my own emote. I think that works. Like I do have my own, but it's locked behind BTTV. So we'll use this eventually, probably. Which Emmy, why? All right, we're gonna raid. So let's do. I think like I'm tempted to raid Aethel, but that'd be super dumb. Like most people here are from Aethel, you're probably just gonna go back there anyway. But I'm gonna, since Beru was so kind and assisted me with the voice acting for my lore video, I'm gonna raid Beru. Because she's awesome and she deserves more love. Yeah, lore video. Should I play the lore video one last time? Is that okay with you guys? Okay, we can do that. All right, let's go to just chatting. We'll remove all this crap. Get out of here. Go over here. Yeah, it's gonna be probably tomorrow. I have a VODs channel that I'm gonna upload all my VODs to, and I have my regular channel that I'm gonna upload any like special content that I make, like the lore video, and that'll be tomorrow. I'll upload all that tomorrow. I think it's in socials. All right, here we go. Sorry, I had to find it again because I don't want to have to go back to the other slide. All right, here we go. One last time. This should be full blast. I'm gonna mute the rest.
There once was a man with a good life. He had a cushy job, a healthy marriage, and even 2 cats. One day, he found an odd program on his computer. It was an advanced tracking software used for observation. Investigating the program led him to Corp, a controversial new tech firm.
We're looking at the 5th consecutive year that tech firm Core has doubled its profits. Despite mixed public opinion, this continued growth is unprecedented.
Why would they be interested in me? He said. None of this makes any sense.
Huh? What? woke up on the floor in my apartment. There's a note beside me.
Dear, I'm sorry, but it was just a job. I don't regret my years with you, but the job is now over. I wish you all the best. Sincerely, P.S. I'm taking the cats.
Suddenly, information floods directly into my brain. Corp used me as a test bed for advanced prototype parts. I'm now a cyborg. Model 399CY. My previous name is a mystery to me. Something is blocking that memory. In any case, I'm going to be under 24/7 surveillance for the rest of my life.
Ah! This is all too much!
Days pass. I'm depressed, but somehow I blindly go about my usual life. I work and I watch my favorite VTubers. Suddenly I get an idea. Why don't I waste their time? Why don't I become a VTuber and focus on my hobbies? Let them observe me sitting at my computer all day. Have fun with all that data, Corp. That's right. Time to stick it to the man by doing nothing. This is my story. I hope you join me for the ride. There we go. Yay. That's definitely a nice end cap. I meant to play it a second time. Thank you so much for reminding me. So much work went into that. Thank you so much, y'all. All right. Why am I good at everything? Well, that wasn't me. Like, I just did some voicing. That was super talented people that I just happened to know or meet or pay that did a really good job. I was just like, please do this for me. I give you money. And they were like, okay. I did do the storyboard and the script and all that. So it's all original content and stuff. But yeah, the artist and the VA, and I can't believe I got False. I can't believe I got Beru to do the voicing on that. It's like a dream come true for all of us. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, False is a W. I freaked out when he finally sent the files. He was so nice about the whole thing, and it was during his busiest time too. Like they were doing the rebranding and trying to hire new people and all of that, and he still made time for me, which is super nice. Falls is a real one. For a no name VTuber that sort of hangs out in his chat every once in a while. But yeah, all right. So I'm gonna go to my ending screen, and then I'll activate the raid, and we'll all enjoy some Barrow art. Thank you all again for your patience and your encouragement, and I can't wait to do it again.